Welcome to Chris Parkin Shooting Sports. I have got here the UK specification FX Leopard bottle version in 22 caliber. Now this is a 600mm standard length rifle, and I've got a Donny FL Yokozuna moderator on it too. This has been a fantastic little 22 rifle to shoot, and I've done the review before on the full FAC version of this, but this is the standard UK spec sub 12 foot-pound unit. Now, starting from front to back, let's have a look. Well, we've got the air cylinder over barrel as before, and we've also got the massive capacity of a carbon fibre underside bottle now too. This gives up to 500 shots depending on your exact tune and power level you're using at. And there is, of course, on the back here, the macro power adjuster to let you set the exact power you want, obviously below the 12 foot-pound maximum legal limit. You've got pressure gauge here for the regulator pressure gauge on the other side for the fill pressure, and the filling is with a standard Foster adapter, which is included with the rifle, and that just clips over the top and you can pressurize up to 232 bar. Just pop that back on there now. It's a side lever cocking, and the magazine is 18 rounds in 22 caliber. There's a safety switch on the side here. You can see that in use there, and that is on both sides of the rifle. The rifle itself's got two-stage trigger, and that is super crisp as well as being adjustable. I'll just do a safe dry fire here so you can see that go off, and off you go. Now, what will cause a lot of interest is these Donny FL Yokozuna moderators, but this isn't the standard Yokozuna. This one has got like a bayonet fitting, so squeeze it in, on and off it comes just like that, and it is as quick to use as you can see there. Please don't forget to check the description attached to this video. That's where we can attach all the latest facts and figures that may be generated by questions you ask, as well as all the specifications and links to the manufacturer's website. Overall weight of the rifles is 4 kilograms, which is 8.9 pounds, so it's not super light, but it's all aluminium construction with barrel liners. This one's got the superior heavy liner in it to give you a little bit more stability with the heavier pellets. There's some polymer here. We've got a polymer cheek piece, and the magazine system I'll show you in a second, that slots in through the side there for simple in-out usage, just like that. Now I can't put that closed yet because the bolt's back. Let me just give that a safe. I'm just going to safely decock this as well. You can see a little bit in the video, but the way you load these magazines is very straightforward. Rotate that round, the cap comes off, put that all the way around to there, drop your first pellet in here. That then locks it, and you can then fill up the other 17 slots, and of course then when that's in use, that will automatically click around between each shot. Let's just empty that one back out now. That's got perfect spring tension and a very smooth rotating now, and once you've filled it up, the cap goes back on there, that locks it in position, and you can carry spares of those. Of course you've got plenty of shots. Again, 18 shots in 22 caliber, and with the massive shot capacity from the rifle, you can shoot pretty much all day without needing to carry a bottle with you anywhere. The rifle is supplied with a hard carry case. Clip this open and the rifle fits inside, and one of the best things about the Yokozuna quick release moderator is if you pop that off the front, that will then fit in the box without just taking anything apart with a screw thread. As soon as you take it back out, off you go shooting again. The underside of the rifle has got Picatinny rail on it, so you can add a bipod, but there are many other accessories compatible with FX. I've just put a Harris bipod on for the moment, but you can get bipods that fit on buddy bottles, you can get extension rails, you can get all sorts of types of things, because one of the great things with FX rifles is there is a huge range of accessories available. Just pop that back on there just so I can stand it up. The grip is as usual AR-15 compatible. The one that's supplied has got nice palm swell, ambidextrous, and it's very tactile in use. Gives you excellent reach to trigger, and of course the trigger is fully adjustable too. I've shot the rifle with 15.89 and 18.1 grain JSB pellets. The rifle actually comes with a test certificate, which if I pop this open here, you can see on screen there, says model FX Leopard serial number, this very rifle. They use the 18.1 grain pellet, and it's got projectile velocity of 530 to 542 feet per second, which is pretty much what I got in use. And it depends slightly on climatic conditions and things like that, the atmospherics around you, temperature especially, but you can of course tune that as you want to. All FX rifles come with a comprehensive instruction manual, and these are superb. They give you a list of all the parts, all the specifications, and exactly how to set it up, how to tune it, how to use it, mounting optics, pressurization, and all the factors you need for day-to-day use. It explains magazine loading, pressures, and also inserting the magazine, removing the magazine, and you can put notes for when you're tuning your own rifle. And this here explains the difference between macro and micro adjusters. Now, with it being a UK specification, it doesn't have all the tuning facilities of some FX, but that 16 position macro adjuster does give you the alternate power settings you could use down from 12 foot-pounds if you have in certain scenarios want less power. There are instructions here about trigger position, trigger tuning, and things like that, and it also tells you about the 3-year warranty on the rifle. You can of course have this in 177, you can also have it in a cylinder version, so it doesn't have the buddy bottle, it's got a long cylinder underneath as well as the air capacity around the barrel here. That huge capacity does mean you can shoot pretty much all day without any worry about running out. The recoil pad at the back is adjustable for position, so you can lift it up a little bit, drop it down exactly as you want it, and that plants well into your shoulder, stable in use. Scope mounting is via Picatinny rail on top of the rifle, and that's got 30 MOA inclination to give you a little bit more long range potential. You can see on screen I shot it with and without the moderator on. You can see the ballistic set out with the different pellets. I actually spent most of my time shooting on power level 15 because it gave me the smallest extreme spreads and greatest possibility of precision on target. But when I did back up to 16, you can see it just creep up back over 11.3 foot-pounds for a little bit more power. The AMP2 regulator is super efficient, and of course that is one of the things that leads to you getting such an enormous shot count from a modestly sized rifle with a 600mm barrel. And of course, being a bullpup layout, that 600mm barrel is from here all the way back to here because the magazine fits in there. The probe goes through with each shot, and of course the probe then locks open on the last round because the follower is rotating with each shot. I'm just going to safely decock this again. The side lever is super smooth. You can cock and recock the rifle without any problem disturbing its position on the aim point. Loading is also, as you would expect, extremely smooth with the probe pushing pellets through into the barrel. Here you can see the targets shot at different distances, some of them at closer ranges at 20 metres and some of them a little bit further out at 30 metres as well. So I'm very happy with the capability of the rifle, and it was certainly going to supply me all the requirements I need when I did go and do a little bit of shooting around the farmyard, pop a couple of rats and some feral pigeons as well, both actually on the ground and up into the rafters too. So the rifle is very stable and handy, easy to point, especially when you're making improvised shot positions. For example, when I was leaning on a gate post pointing up into the actual hay bales near the top of the barn. Overall length is 805mm, which is 32 inches, so it's compact for carrying around handling, and of course you can add any sling accessories you want to. The price of the rifle is £1,652.99. The Donny FL moderator is £198.89, so I think it's well worth it because the sound reduction from it is excellent. This is one of the most modern FX rifle designs, and the AMP2 regulator does give you an extremely good shot count with excellent precision, and you also get single figure extreme spreads at the same time, which guarantees precision both at short and longer ranges if you are stretching the distances. Right, well thank you to Sportsman Gun Centre for sending me this rifle for review. In the meantime, please like, subscribe, comment, because we always want to read your comments, and click on the notification bell to keep track of the regular uploads. I will link the video to the FAC specification of this rifle as well, so you can read all about that, watch that at your leisure too. And don't forget to go through to the end of the video and click on the link for tickets to the 2026 British Shooting Show from the 13th to the 15th of February at the NEC.